Chapter 1. The dare it started as a stupid dare. A group of us standing by the edge of the Greystone Forest, laughing, pushing, challenging each other. "Bet you can't go in 5 minutes and come back," Jake said, his voice rough like gravel. His eyes glinted with that reckless spark, the kind that promises trouble. The forest had always been off-limits. Rumours about it, missing hikers, strange lights, whispers in the dark, kept most people away. But we were teenagers, hungry for stories and thrills. I laughed. 5 minutes? Easy! And so I stepped in. Chapter 2. The first steps. The air shifted the moment I crossed the threshold. The sunlight dimmed, swallowed by towering oaks and twisted branches. The smell changed, no longer fresh pine or damp earth, but something older. Decaying, each step felt heavier. The crunch of dry leaves beneath my boots sounded deafeningly loud. I glanced back. The edge where my friends waited looked like a distant dream. Then I heard it, a soft whisper, not carried on the wind, not human, something just beyond hearing, like a secret being spoken directly into my mind. I stopped, heart pounding. 5 minutes, I muttered. Chapter 3. The forest breathes. Minutes turned into hours, or so it felt. Time warped. Shadows stretched, then shrank. The trees seemed to lean closer, branches curling like fingers. The whispering grew louder. It wasn't one voice. It was many, singing, calling, laughing. I followed the sound, drawn deeper. The forest was alive, breathing around me, watching, waiting. Then I saw her, a girl, pale as moonlight, with eyes too dark, too empty. She smiled and vanished. Chapter 4. Lost panic clawed up my throat. I turned to run, but the path I took wasn't the path I came in on. The forest twisted, the trees moved, the way out disappeared. I was trapped. The whispers became screams, shadows danced just beyond my vision, and the forest, it was hungry. Chapter 5. The cabin. I stumbled upon a cabin, old, abandoned. The door hung crooked, creaking in the wind. Inside, the air was thick with rot and something metallic, like blood. On the table lay a journal, the pages yellowed, words scrawled in frantic handwriting. They watch from the trees, they steal time. If you hear the whispers, don't listen. Run. The last line was smeared, like someone had tried to erase it. Suddenly, a floorboard creaked behind me. I spun around. Nothing, just the silence and the cold. Chapter 6. The time loop. That's when I realized the sun never moved. Minutes passed, but the shadows didn't shift. The forest wasn't just trapping me in space, it was trapping me in time. I was caught in a loop. 5 minutes stretched into hours, days, and I was losing myself. Chapter 7. The choices. I had 2 choices. Keep wandering, hope to find the exit, or listen to the whispers, try to understand them. Each step was a gamble. The whispers promised freedom, but at a cost, and I wasn't sure I could trust them. Chapter 8. The truth. The girl appeared again, closer this time. Her voice was like ice. "You can leave," she said, "but not the same." I realized what she meant. To escape, I'd have to leave something behind. My sanity, my memories, maybe even myself. Was survival worth the price? Chapter 9. The Escape. I ran. Through the twisting maze of trees, past shadows and whispers, the forest screamed, tried to pull me back, and then light, the edge. I burst through the undergrowth, fell to the cold ground. Chapter 10. The aftermath looked at my watch. 3 days had passed. My friends were frantic, the search party already out. But something inside me was broken. I wasn't the same. The forest had taken more than time. Epilogue. The whisper remains. Even now, I hear it, when the wind blows just right, a whisper calling me back, and I know, day, I'll go back. Chapter 11. The haunting begins back in town. The mark on my wrist pulsed like a heartbeat beneath my skin, alive and waiting. Sleep became impossible. Every shadow in my room twisted into shapes, whispering the forest's secret name. At night, I heard footsteps pacing outside my door, but when I opened it, nothing. Just an endless corridor of silence stretching into darkness. I was losing my grip on reality. "They're coming for you," the whisper hissed. Chapter 12. The doctor's visit desperate. I sought help. A doctor dismissed it as stress, maybe PTSD. But when I showed her the mark, her face drained of colour. She whispered, This isn't natural." Her office suddenly felt suffocating. I caught a glimpse of something moving behind the frosted glass. Something with hollow eyes. Before I could ask, she looked away, and I knew she was hiding something. Chapter 13. The lost time days blurred. I missed appointments, forgot meetings. Friends called, but I couldn't remember their names clearly. Only flashes of their faces, like old photographs fading. Worse, my phone showed calls and messages I never sent. The forest was rewriting my past, stealing who I was. Chapter 14. The Forbidden Library. A lead came from an old woman in town, rumoured to know the forest's dark history. She guided me to a hidden library beneath the town's church. Dusty tomes, yellowed manuscripts about rituals and ancient pacts. I uncovered a name, the Verdant Covenant, a cult that worshipped the forest as a living god, offering souls in exchange for immortality. A chill ran down my spine. I wasn't just trapped by the forest. I was part of something far older and darker. Chapter 15. The Visions. Intensify visions invaded my waking hours. I saw the girl, the forest's emissary, leading others like me into shadowy ceremonies beneath a blood-red moon. I felt the cold touch of unseen hands pulling me closer to the edge of sanity. Each vision ended with a scream, my own. Chapter 16. The betrayal. Jake showed up unexpectedly, eyes wild. He'd been researching too. He warned me that the forest's curse wasn't limited to those who enter. It spreads. "Your friends, they're next," he said. But when I trusted him, I realized he wasn't himself either. His eyes flickered black for a moment, an echo of the forest's darkness. Was he friend or foe? Chapter 17. The Ritual of Binding. I found a ritual described in the forbidden manuscripts, a desperate way to sever the forest's hold. But it required a sacrifice. Someone had to stay behind, to take the forest's hunger in their place. The idea twisted my stomach. Could I condemn someone else to this nightmare? Chapter 18. The confrontation, the whispers grew louder, forming words I could barely understand. You belong here. You cannot escape. The girl appeared, her hollow eyes burning with eerie light. She reached out, her voice both pleading and threatening. Stay, or lose everything. I realized this was no longer just about survival. It was a battle for my very soul. Chapter 19. The Final Descent. I returned to the forest one last time, armed with knowledge, fear, and a sliver of hope. The trees closed in, shadows twisting into nightmarish shapes. The forest seemed to pulse with malevolent life. I could feel the ancient curse tightening its grip as I faced the choice: submit or fight until my last breath. Chapter 20. The Cliffhanger. The Forest's Price. As I recited the ritual's incantation, the ground beneath me trembled. Light exploded, blinding and pure. Then darkness swallowed everything. When I opened my eyes, I was alone, but changed. The mark glowed brighter. A voice whispered in my ear, "This is only the beginning." And behind me, the forest was waiting,